Trump posted this disgusting image on his live social platform. Two Americas. Yeah, on one half you have a rapist, a child molester, a convicted felon, and a man that's such a miserable piece of shit that he can't even stay faithful to his wife. On the other side, you have a God-loving American patriot. You're exactly right. But that's not what he's trying to represent. He's saying, look at white greatness and look at the dirty Muslim. He must be responsible for 9/11. He must want Sharia law. Let me use Mohammed as his name and scare the white people. That's what Donald Trump ran on. Go look at the John McCain speech where he took the microphone from that white trash MAGA. What was she saying? He's a Muslim. He's a terrorist. He hates America. This is who they are. It's who they've always been. They're poisoning the blood of America. They're eating your dogs and cats. They're raping women and children. Oh, the pilot, he's not qualified if he's black. This is all they have left. But this is what he ran on. Because 77 million people voted for this white man who is the most despicable pile of human shit that God ever made. Probably next to Hitler, so far. It's still early in the game. Because they couldn't vote for the most qualified black woman. See, the reason that we're still here is two reasons. A, we never properly punished the Confederacy after the Civil War. We might have won the battle, but they won the war. We just let them back in, and they went from white hoods to red hats. The Daughters of the Confederacy, the lost cause where they lied that the Civil War wasn't about racism. The Southern states, in their letter of secession, said it would be detrimental to the economy of the United States if we abolish slavery because God designed black people to handle the tropical suns to pick our vegetables. That's not anything except racism. But see, Donald Trump and his MAGA base, they actually don't want to move past 1619 or 1776. They don't want black people, immigrants, Muslims, Mexicans, Latinas, Asians. They don't want anybody that doesn't look or sound like me to be in this country, especially not in power. 250 years is the anniversary of this white supremacist country. And even though 51% of our country are women, we've never had a woman president. Gee, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the patriarchy. But sure, you can be anything you want except president. And the irony that we went from Barack Obama, a black president, to a white supremacist is exactly the problem with this country. Because they got triggered that a black man was in the White House instead of out in the fields picking their cotton. That the outside of the White House didn't match the inside. And y'all just lost your shit. And he ran on a platform of misogyny and racism and white supremacy. A convicted felon and a rapist convinced you, by tapping into your racism, that the dirty brown people were destroying America. You know how stupid you have to be to believe that? Do you? And see, Donald Trump is not the actual problem with this country. His white trash base is. Because they keep voting for it to make America white again, to keep it white, to go back to segregation. They're gerrymandering all the black districts. This is not going to be fixed by the midterms. Because this is not an issue of Democrat or Republican. There's not enough people that look like me that want to acknowledge why we're here. And if you do acknowledge it, you're not willing to be uncomfortable and take the lumps. You're not willing to talk to your brother-in-law or sister-in-law or mom or dad or grandma or aunt because you don't want it to be uncomfortable. You know what? If you're black in this country or not white, you don't have the luxury of putting your head up your ass and asking like it doesn't affect you. That's privilege. Has nothing to do with money. When are you going to start fighting and actually fixing this country? Because black people have dealt with this shit for 400 years. And too many people that look like me sat around and said, It doesn't affect me. I can't afford to do anything. I don't want to be uncomfortable. That is why we're here. Unchecked, unaddressed white supremacy. So we got Donald Trump and Make America White Again. Donald Trump is the Hail Mary for white people to hold on to white power as long as possible. He will burn Rome to the ground in order to maintain white power. He is the grand wizard of this country. It's about time we just call it out for what it is. Donald Trump is a white supremacist, convicted felon, and a rapist. And 77 million people were so disgusting that you just couldn't vote for the black woman. Have a white day.